Alliance and we all Bronx fam. Took up off the Cisco with the Figueroa links. Counting on the moolah and the Diamante Sphinx. Dragging on the reefers, got my soul high for weeks. I think I see five, put the mag under the seats. We living like it's dynasty with custom made juice. One chief places Cincy, I need to get loose.
Foxes into the low underworld. Pinsugar walls and naked cities under sniper's moon. The house of bamboo with China's love, acupuncture. Menage a trois, the French connection is the satin prince. My Sharia more meditates up in seventh heaven. On cloud 9 contact, Minnesota fest. Let them dream of the satin city. When the Dewano's moonshine is fine as Hollywood. How we do.
Yeah, coach with me in the Vega, bubbling. 6 figures on ice, bubbling. 8-day type business, bubbling. Diamond Crook franchise, bubbling. Coach with me in the Vega, bubbling. 6 figures on ice, bubbling. 8-day type business, bubbling. Diamond Crook franchise, bubbling.
The high from Sunny Sheba, connect with the Sheba baby Sheen. The snatch golden feast, say la vie. Midnight sun, melting ice grills, zipper face, Mr. Frost. They coast with the slaves of New York.
Symphony connection, position clutch extension. Conniving blade errors, under siege tension. Cut close with toast, cherish pearl tongues. Arabian Nights, designing dreams for the young.
With the satin struthers, and 8 days Hollywood on my satin dog. They whisper Dr. Feel Good in my seduction palace. On king size, Eden Allen, come and meditate. Inside my nutcracker suite.
First notice, Black Lotus, Lotus with friction. Currency exchange, multiple digital diction. Remote control corners, digest the sugar. Praise be the lower for the love we gon' live. Coach with me in the Vega, bubbling. 6 figures on ice, bubbling. 8-day type business, bubbling. Diamond Crook franchise, bubbling. Coach with me in the Vega, bubbling. 6 figures on ice, bubbling. 8-day type business, bubbling. Diamond Crook franchise, bubbling.
New love for the cat. It's hot sugar live on the block. A flight to the Juggle Town block. The shadow light with the jism up in the fluff. My airtight sugar flowing slick, low enough. I'm on a block bus with the Juggle game praise. A shakedown from the main squeeze 8-day. Put notes on the bricks with the razor out dice. And check it out while you get out black and
how we live the pop life. Killer sunrise, Modon visions, China doves cry, reflect off the ocean, Graceland rules, Pacific high action, the fire star cool, vanilla trench Averick, it's still underneath, the Valentine believers, 929 sweep, the Odyssey of lower, voyage to the sky, Brigante syndicate for the solar flight high, yeah, coach with me in the Vega, bubbling, 6 figures on ice, bubbling, 8-day type business, bubbling, Diamond Crook franchise, bubbling, coach with me in the Vega, bubbling. 6 figures on ice, bubbling. 8-day type business, bubbling. Diamond Crook franchise, bubbling. Coach with me in the Vega, bubbling. Sunny Jolly, he be drinking, I'm a bubbling. Kitchen Grace, he be drinking, I'm a bubbling. To everybody on me, I'm a bubbling. The Diamond Crooks, they be sipping, I'm a bubbling. The Jungle Wild, he be sipping, I'm a red dot. To everybody on me, I'm a red dot. The Diamond Crooks, they be sipping, I'm a red dot. The Sunny Jolly, he be sipping, I'm a red dot. The midnight, he don't get no, I'm a red dot. We flow deep, he be sipping, I'm a red dot. The tri-state, they be flooding, I'm a red dot. We flow deep.
See, I just wanna love you all night long, baby. See, you can sight me every time I see your eyes, and I just wanna love you all night long. I just wanna love you, baby. All night long.
However, breaking news, breaking news, breaking fucking news.
Are you ready for this?
Face that way when you get out. Face that way. Don't even think about it.
I'm not.
Okay, face that way. Turn around. Stop. Stop fucking. Put your hands on the seat. Put your hands on the seat. Right there, can you send some more cars?
At approximately 8 p.m., officers drove past the Alger Manor apartments and observed a large group of approximately 10 males gathered around a vehicle. As the officers passed by, all individuals turned to look at them while concealing their hands. The officers then entered the parking lot of the apartment complex and observed several of the males exhibiting behaviors consistent with a hand-to-hand drug transaction. During this time, the vehicle quickly drove away from the parking lot. The officers pursued the vehicle, which was identified as a red Nissan Rogue. They observed that the vehicle had a license plate cover obstructing the seal and partially covering the registration tags, making the plate not fully visible. Officers followed the vehicle as it traveled north on Nottingham over the train tracks.
Now, what we are going to do, we are going to take time, and this is something that has been a request. We're going to look at this, and I want us to keep in mind there are rules to these streets. There are rules to how things go, all right? So we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a quick little second. We're going to observe something. I appreciate any and everybody for tuning in to another episode of Smitty's Corner. Much respect to you, a.k.a. Lighthouse_301. All right. We definitely have some new segments on the way. We definitely have some wonderful content that is in the making. You all just stay tuned and make sure you stay close. Now let's go ahead and hit this right here. Let me see where we are. And let's get this going. All right now. Ensemble. Now let's hit our background. Let's go ahead and get to it. Now, what it is that I'm going to be breaking down in this particular episode is the correlation between when we are raised the right way, and I mean raised the right way, not just in the home. If we know that there are so many other dangers that come with how it is that we live and how we operate, then we must remember there are also going to be certain aspects of not just educational and home experience and upbringing. There's going to be a certain amount of street code upbringing that needs to be upheld. Why? Because once you step outside of those classroom doors and once you jump off of that porch, you are now in the realm of the world. And the world doesn't give a about nothing with you. We don't get leeway in the world. We don't get consideration in the world. Where we get all of these things, generally speaking, is in our own small circle via the home and school. Now let's go ahead and let's take a quick second and let's look at this video. The time right now is 1:46 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. And I thank everybody so much for tuning in. Respect to the family. Let's get it.
It's going to be with that vehicle. It's going to be Nottingham, just north of the tracks.
Copy.
It's broke. Who's your owner of the car? Oh, okay, that's clear. You got your ID on you, boss? You got your ID on you, man?
147.
Yeah, just don't reach for nothing. Any guns in the car, guys?
Take it station out 78 for this horse gear. And also,
What's up, man?
Who's that?
Y'all cool?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all see?
How you doing?
I'm straight.
Radio to Fort.
Y'all kind of acting a little nervous.
I'm
You
sorry,
got
did you
IDs
say
on you?
negative to the medical and
Gave my registration.
Was that?
I just gave him my former registration.
So who didn't give my partner an ID yet?
I did.
No, you didn't. Just your car.
Step out for me, brother.
Now, the main thing that I want us to really focus on, it's very important. I hear a lot of us say that we are scared of police. All right, so let's focus on this very briefly. Now, let's go ahead and hone in. I do recognize that a lot of us can be scared of police. You know what? People that do wildlife excavations and all of these things, like people who actually go out into the wilderness, there is a certain amount of fear, possibly at first. But you know what happens? These people then turn around and they don't just be scared of nature, as in lions, tigers, and bears. They learn them. They observe them. They peep what's going on. Now, I want us to transform this into what it is that we speak about when it comes to everyday life. And let's take the police. Let's take the law as lions, tigers, and bears. Do you know what people generally do who deal with poisonous snakes, alligators, tigers, you name it? They learn how they move. They actually study them. So when they come across them, they know the best mode of survival. Most people will tell you exactly what to do if you encounter a bear. Again, I want us to go ahead and then now let's take this back to just every day. How much information has been given to these young brothers to be able to know how to move? Now, do you see where we are? Let's get it.
Step up.
Hey, it's for Station House 78 for the horse deer.
But
The deer may have to be put out.
my boy. Hey.
Now, off rep, right? The main thing that I want to make sure that we hone in on is how the response is from them when they recognize what is taking place and why they are being arrested. People just do not take time to recognize how important knowing the law is. So again, when I go back to nature, do these people just be scared of nature and go out into nature with some like, my friend told me this, or do they study it significantly before they get out into the wilderness? If we're going to go out into the concrete jungles of the world, then we must know from a young age all the way up into our stage now in life how to move. You must know the law. You must know how to move. This is how you make it. Let's go ahead and get back to it. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's rock out.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm straight. I ain't know no way. Go ahead and get it.
Oh, yeah.
Hop out for me.
Me?
Yeah. Face that way when you get out. Face that way. Don't even think about it.
I'm not.
Okay, face that way.
Now, off rip, I personally, as somebody who was experienced, whenever whenever brothers get to like looking around, we do that little quick dart look around. We're either looking to see, is anybody going to see what I'm about to do to you, or or what is my exit route? So we're either looking to how to get up out of there, or what is it that I'm about to do to you? I just want to look, I just want to take a quick glance. Who about to see this shit? But for real, I honestly do not care. Let's keep on rocking out. The time right now is 1:51 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. And I thank everybody so much for tuning in. Respect to the family. Let's go ahead and rock out.
Turn around. Stop. Stop fucking. Put your hands on the seat. Put your hands on the seat. Ready? Can you send some more?
So he tried to pull the I'ma run. Now that's his homie standing right there on the curb. And you got some more young brothers in the back seat. Now let's look at how all of this transpires again. Look, instead of just keep being scared at police, I remember being their age. I personally remember, those times in my life where I was so thankful for what it is that I learned. So I'm just going to drop these gems. I'm going to leave this here and we're going to move on. Let's rock out.
More cars.
Where's it?
Now, let me say this part at least, okay? All right, so let's pay attention. Them not running, them not doing a whole bunch of lip talking is extremely helpful. I don't care how much your ego, your emotions may get in the way. At this very moment, you need to recognize you are outgunned, you are outpowered. Now, how do you defeat them if they are wrong? Through the judicial system. You defeat them through what it is that you learn, right? As in knowing the law. But let's see if they do know the law, and let's see how they respond to when the law actually takes action.
I don't know who that is or where they are.
Stop. More cars.
Can you put my paper in my pocket for me?
They're at Nottingham, just north of the track.
Come on. How old are y'all?
Sir, I just gave y'all my whole.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I didn't.
I'm 18. Y'all want bullshit?
No, this is the very, very first piece. Okay, young blood. You're the driver of the car. So the person that's saying everything, he was behind the wheel. I don't know what the whole full circumstances are, but apparently he is not the one who is the owner of the car. All right. Somebody else's relative owns the car, but he was driving. We need to recognize something. If you are behind the wheel, any and everything that consists of that vehicle lies on you first, and then they try to trickle down and figure out. It doesn't matter if you are the direct owner or not. If I'm driving my best friend's car and my best friend has illegal whatever in the vehicle, I am going to go down with him because I was driving the vehicle. That is just what it is. That is something that we have always known. Now, my whole thing is, who is taking time to teach these young brothers? You see where we are. Much respect to the family. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 1:55 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. And I thank everybody so much for tuning in.
y'all ain't tell us what we get pulled over for, no none, sir. We ain't not cooperate. We cooperate with y'all everything. Like,
Hear me out.
I'm not.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying. Like, it's too much aggression. I ain't did nothing for the aggression, sir. You keep asking me for my. I showed him my identification. I'm 18 years old. I turned 19
Can I
on
speak?
11.
Can I
Yes,
speak?
you can.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
You guys are all under 21, correct?
Yes.
There's weed in the car. You can't have it. There's a scale in the car. You can't have it. He's fucking spazzing out. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with him.
Yes.
Now, that right there, all the way down to knowing, like, one thing that I've always done, even my days when I was involved in the streets to the point where I had regular contacts just like them, right? Maybe not as young, but I had regular contacts. Now, I remember the first time that I actually had silver bracelets put on me. I was 24, right? Cool beans. So I'm now at this point where, you know, I'm recognizing everything that I've been taught prior to me having those silver bracelets on was such a benefit. It had a lot to do with how the court proceedings turned out. It had a lot to do with how I was treated by the officers, the whole nine. Will you have just effed up circumstances, period, no matter how cooperative you are? Absolutely. I have nothing to say to that. The only thing I'm here to speak on is my own personal experience. And so what I know from my own personal experience is when you cooperate, when you act a certain way, you will, at least for the most part, increase your chances of it, you know, at least not leaving from us on that day. Everything else, I don't know. Let's rock out. That varies.
Are there any guns in the car?
Sit here across your feet.
I'm driving. I don't know. This not
Sit
even
down
my
across
car.
your feet. Sit down across
Are there any
your feet.
guns in the car?
My ankle messed up. I really can't.
Have a seat, please.
Sit down across your feet.
Okay.
Here's the deal, okay? I'm not 21 years of age yet. 21 years of age. Don't want to possess marijuana, okay? You search the car based
Just
off
lean
that
on
problem
the
caused,
car.
okay?
Yes, you can't sit down, lean on the car.
Right here, right?
I was about to say, my mom has a CCW. That's all I know. She leaves her gun up under the driver's seat sometimes.
Okay.
Intake.
So there is a gun in the car.
I don't know.
All right. So even down to, all right. If you know how all of this works, then you know that the last thing you want to do is go ahead and admit anything. Even if you know they're going to search the vehicle, don't say shit. Don't tell them what you think might be in the car. Instinctively, this officer's mind already went to, okay, that story lets me know, with the look on your face right now saying Cheerios, that there is a blicky in the vehicle. All right, so we have to keep this in mind. So if you do operate in the form and fashion of, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what possibly could be there. It's like the person who walks back into their home. You are a guest. They come home and they say, hey, how are you? And you're like, what broken vase? And they're like, So we all know what happens instinctively, naturally, as a person. You're going to walk around your home and you're going to look for what vase is no longer there, and or anything that could possibly be broken. So the point that I'm making to land it is that you don't go ahead and admit any type of guilt. You just shut up. Whatever they find it. If it is the case that it is your mother's gun, Blicky, then you go ahead and you just shut up and you let that be taken care of however it can be taken care of. But you should have known off rip. If I'm going to be doing certain things, I need to be careful. AKA, not just check the gas in the car. Make sure that you know exactly what is in the car, who's in the car, what's going on, the whole nine. I'm only here to speak safety. I can teach you how to run the streets, but that's not my career no more. Let's rock out.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't check for my mom gun or nothing. That's my mom gun.
All right.
My mom, I don't know about anything else.
Can I ask you a question? What did we get put up for?
he's the one that stopped you, so he could tell you. I don't know why. I'm just here to back up.
Excuse me, sir. We ain't get no what we get pulled. No nothing.
Anybody coming to slow down in 14?
50 radio DL.
50. Gerard, Gerald Mason Jr., 18-year-old male of Cleveland Heights, not valid, suspended, no on.
You need my information and stuff,
Yeah, what's the name?
Darion, period.
Darion?
D-A-R-R-I-O-N.
Now, I would like to say something that is very much so. Hold on, let me make sure. Hold on a second. You know, one thing that I always make sure of, you know, during the time and the period in which I was actually on the streets, the number one thing that I would make sure is I'm not messing around with nothing that I don't know what carries the time. So I want to give you guys a short, quick story on a real life prison story of mine. Okay. All right. So real life prison story 101. I remember I was actually in the bullpen. Now, if anybody knows what the bullpen is, the bullpen basically is where they hold us before we go to court, right? So we all cooped up in the bullpen. It's always crowded and musty. It's a very, very unsanitary place. Don't go there. Don't go to prison. Message. So I'm in the bullpen. It's a young brother. He down there. He just as happy. A lot of folks from around the way and everything. We all know Lil Cuz, right? So like Lil Brother, he got an armed carjacking. All right, so boom, he has this armed carjacking charge. And he's so happy, man. He asking for extra course sandwiches and shit. Anybody don't know course sandwiches? That's that 2-stack bologna and cheese. Rock out. So now he just chilling. He's showing everybody his paperwork, how he ain't snitch on his mans, and it was him and his buddy and his brother and all this other Man, they call his name. They call him and 2 guys. They go upstairs. They gone for about a good half an hour. They bring him back downstairs. Now, mind you, when he was downstairs with us, it was so many like smiles and just twinkles of the eye, and I'm going to beat my case. He came back downstairs. His eyes were swollen red. You know that when you've been crying real hard. All right. He's only, I think, 18, 19. The same age as these young brothers. And they went on ahead and hit his ass with 66 years. He got indicted for. It wasn't his trial just yet. But just the simple fact of him hearing from the age of 19 to 66, possibly that's where he could be for the rest of his days. You know, not everybody makes it out alive through a prison sentence. It's like going to war itself. All right, cool. So the one thing that I recognize is that there is a lack of knowing how much time does it carry. What would you really be hit for, you see? So I think we need to keep that in mind now. Let's look at how they respond and how much they know about the law and how little they know about the law. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 2:05 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. And I thank everybody so much for tuning in. Let's rock out.
P-E-R-Y.
What's your birthday?
49, can you call?
Do you know your social? Do you know your social?
Not off the top of my head.
What's your name?
My wallet in the car.
Okay.
Okay.
Boss, what's your name?
So what?
What's your name?
He ain't doing shit, bro. That's why I don't like this.
What's your birthday? What year?
It's 2006. Weird. So your partner ain't tell you like what we got put over for? He just told you to come hop behind us too? Like, I just want to know. Like,
I don't know. I was already behind him.
Now, all right. So one thing that I definitely know from back in the day, you know, I remember the days where I had homeboys, right? We really didn't want to like ride deep in the car. I remember where, like, depending on what your position was in the particular move we're going to make, we not just letting everybody ride just to ride, because we knew the deeper we were in the car, the hotter the car will be. There will come a point where they're going to be like, wow, these niggas getting out this one vehicle. Where are they going? You know, when you make that little stop at the McDonald's or something, you know, that little parking lot where the convenience store is or something, and y'all want to get your roll-ups or whatever it is, the liquor store, you want to get your drinks, whatever it might be, right? It could just be a gas station. It's something about a bunch of Spanish in the car. Looks like they're all going to work. But when you got a car full of niggas, I think we need to remember we must be extra careful. And I'm just going to leave it at that, right? Yes, ma'am, and I. Respect to the family. Let's get back to it.
So,
I ain't had no problem before. They can't even really be doing it. I don't Why he so thirsty to come over here?
who him?
Calm him, calm down. He look too happy to come. What's wrong with him? The fuck? Calm down, bro. You good?
Oh, there's the gun in the car that we knew about already?
2 guns.
Oh, 2 of them?
So far. I'm going to need a secondary search because these things were...
All right, so now the officers have found 2 guns. So let's go ahead and let's see what we got when it comes to this right here. All right, so this is the first segment, then we're going to get to the second. Let's rock out.
Motorboards kind of ripped up. They're stuck. Where the fuck I'm going to go?
Is he in here?
I went through that.
What's your name?
Have they all been patted down?
Not significantly, no. Anthony, what?
Shorter.
What's your birthday? Do you know your social?
No, sir.
Where was everything found at?
So let's fast forward through this just a little bit. Now let's see what we got when it comes to the interaction, okay? So now we're going to go back to this interaction. Let's get it. All right. Let's see what we got right here.
The car's getting towed, so you have to figure out a way to get home.
Yes, sir.
All right.
This is in your car already?
Yeah.
Now I want you to pay attention. You know why I wanted to show this video? You know, I wanted to show this primarily, right? Look at how the young brother's getting cuffs taken off of him. There are rewards for conducting yourself a certain way. He was pleading his case. I know what it's like to be nervous. You scared. You going, you know, you might. But apparently, he didn't say too damn much. He didn't try to run. Now, mind you, do you not know how many times it has been said, once they finally catch you and you done escalated a minor misdemeanor into a grand theft felony, and they catch you and say, all you were going to get was a ticket, buddy. Now, let's keep on looking. This is very, very important in how we make it home safe. That's why I'm showing this. I'm showing this to show how do you make it home safe, but how does it also factor into knowing the law?
Y'all got I can get my phone out the car?
Nah, because all the drugs and the scales and shit in the car, we're taking everybody's phone.
Taking everybody. So how you supposed to get home?
Look at that.
All right, so hold on. So now let me help you. All right, I'm gonna pull that down. Young blood, let me help you out. Once you realize that you're not actually going to jail, you don't ask none of them questions. You shut the fuck up and you internally pray. Let me say that again. You don't ask them questions. Bruh, you're not going to jail. They just found 2 guns. Hold on, man. Just, all right, look, what just, see, this is where knowing how streets run really kicks in. What did he just say?
He's your mom the one that owns this car?
Yes, sir.
Step out.
Who car is this?
Car's getting towed, so you have to figure out a way to get home.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, so he simply says that you must find a way to get home. That's it. Find a way to get home. Mom's car is getting towed. Guns and drugs was found in the car. They got brown paper bags on the hood of their cruisers. Bruh. Hold on, wait.
This is in your car already?
Yeah.
Y'all got I can get my phone out the car?
Nah, because all the drugs.
Nope, you can't get none of that. When you get caught in that fashion, every single thing besides your personal body, if not that included, will be taken into evidence. The drugs go into an evidence cage, and it's literally a cage, and you just might go into an actual jail cell, which is an evidence cage.
And the scales and shit in the car, we're taking everybody's phone.
Taking everybody. So how you supposed to get home?
You don't have cuffs on you and you're not going to jail. What you're going to do is you're going to shut up. You're not going to keep asking questions. At this point, this is when those of my generation knew, shut the fuck up. Bruh, they letting us go. Don't say shit. As soon as they say walk, do not look back. Don't say nothing. Don't look back. Those are the rules. That is the code. That is the law of our streets. You don't ask them shit like how we supposed to get home. You gonna figure out how to finesse a lift, catch a ride, call your aunt, call mama. At least you can do it free. Get yourself to the local establishment. Can I use your phone? Be polite. I remember being in circumstances where I actually had to figure out how I'm gonna get home. But you know, the last thing that I did was ask them, how am I gonna get there? No, the only thing I needed to know is that I just got them silver bracelets taken off of me. That is the only thing that I needed to know. So because I know this, I now know I have any option in the world to make it back to where I need to make it back to. Let's rock out.
Where you live at?
Where you live at?
I live
It's a
in
nice night out, man. You live where?
I ain't gonna fake like. I live in Cleveland Heights. I'm gonna just let y'all know what it is, bro. I'm not supposed to be walking nowhere.
Okay, all right. So at this point, young blood, you talking too much. Stop talking to them peoples. I want you to peep. Look at the officer's hands in the camera. He's rubbing them together like, yeah. Go ahead and do something stupid. Say something that we don't really, we weren't asking you for. Let's go ahead and see what we have here. The time right now is 2:16 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. And I thank everybody so much for tuning in. Much respect to the family. Let's get back to the video.
I shouldn't be walking nowhere. I don't feel
workout.
I don't feel comfortable walking nowhere.
That sounds crazy.
How comfortable would you feel going to jail? All right, so again, I had a video yesterday that I was speaking about the laziness. Bruh, you just got pulled out of a police car. Most of us who really know the streets would already have it set in our head. Once you put me in cuffs and I'm looking at everything you just pulled out of that car, and I'm now in the backseat of this cruiser, I'm not going to get out of this cruiser until I'm at the precinct. That is the mentality of most of us who truly know how this goes, right? You get pulled out the car after drugs and guns were found. And you're still trying to talk to these people and ask them, how are you supposed to get home? See, this is why we got so much work to do. I love us, right? I ain't stopped loving us. I just be shaking my head at us, though.
Cleveland Heights is that way?
That way.
Yeah. So you in Euclid, in Green, straight up there. There you go.
Do you not know? All right, I'm from the DMV. I've had circumstances out Greenbelt, Landover, you name it, right? Do you not know I have had circumstances just like this where the only thing that I would ask the officers, hey, which direction to the nearest station? Max. Most times I didn't even want to ask them that, but there have been an occasion once or twice where, it was on some like cooling in a cut type shit. It really wasn't nothing, right? I'd be like, officer, which way to get to the station? I don't need them to drive me there. Matter of fact, because listen, when you say how I'm supposed to get home, so you want to pull up back around the way, right? So you want to pull up back around your hood in the police cruiser, and then you want to get out in front of all of your homies talking about y'all. Nah, they just gave me a ride home. They locked up Mark and them because they found guns and drugs, but they let me come home because it was mama's car. My nigga. You want to get away from them and any association around them as soon as possible. Last time I checked, if it really is of G shit, street code, yes, now. Respect to the family. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. Let's see what we got.
It's a little walk. Yeah, it's different. Bro,
You're not going to jail.
I was 6 miles drive.
You ain't going to jail like the rest of us.
Now listen, you're not going to jail. Stop talking. Haul ass towards, you see that van with the headlights on over here, right here. You see that? What you need to do is you need to take your black ass, cut through these cars and that officer. This look. You see that lane they opened up just like an awesome football offensive line. You need to run through that Okay, not run, but give a nice little step. Then what you need to do is you need to hop on this sidewalk. You see this sidewalk right here? Like literally cross the street. I'm gonna tell you how we do this. Like when I tell you we want to make as much of a distance between the two as possible. Okay, get onto this sidewalk. Don't look at them. Walk towards this van and just keep going down that sidewalk. Stop talking to these people. Stop talking to them. They told you that you can go. You don't even realize they really want to take you with your buddies. And they gonna let you keep talking until you say one stupid thing out your monkey ass mouth to get them to put you in the car with the rest of them. Now we got a paddy wagon. Stop talking, young blood. Walk off.
What you mean like the rest of them?
He's going to jail.
Everybody else?
Yeah. Especially him.
Yeah.
Now, you know the beautiful part about it? You know the beautiful part? You being free, you're that link. See, this is where we get things mixed up, right? You are the link. Your homeboys being in there, you're the one who's free, who can make the phone calls for them. You're the one who is free, who can help them, you know, if need be. Hey, I need you to go over to my, go pick, you know, whatever it might be that y'all need to get out the way, that you need. Hey, even down to, can you go past the house and feed my dog? People act like they don't have a whole life when things like this take place. You know, your whole everything stops when you get arrested. Your goldfish you had to feed, your appointment, everything stops. You got one of your own. So the rest of the fellas, right? The rest of the good fellas, right? They actually got one of their own that can go. Now, he could mess it up for everybody else by just simply not walking off. Leave, shut up, leave and help your peoples. You know what precinct they going. Look, the only thing you should be asking is this: where they going? Ask them what precinct are my homies going to, and then from there, contact every last one of your homies. Contact their peoples. When you get to, you know, the opportunity, you get home, when you get your mama phone, whoever, contact their peoples. Hey, such and such, yeah, we just, and this is where they are. This is what's going on. Contact their peoples. That is how you do that. Let's get it.
Huh?
What you mean?
Oh boy, don't sit up in the front seat.
Hey, why you saying it like that though?
Because he caused all this for all of y'all.
Don't ask him why he's saying it like that. Shut up and let him say it however he's saying it, and be thankful you're not going with him.
Outside in the parking lot.
Spazzing.
No,
he ain't going to jail.
Oh, so crazy.
This way.
All right, give it 1 second. I answer this. What we gonna do? They messing with the live. We're gonna take a very, very brief commercial break. I'm gonna pull the live right back up in about 1 minute 23 seconds. Wait for it or not.
It's the time of the season when love runs high. In this time, give it to me easy, and let me try with pleasured hands to take you in this time to promised lands, to show you everyone. It's the time of the season for loving. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
What happens, man, when you fucking trafficking drugs, man? The police take your phone, take your guns, take your guns and do all that, man. It's just part of the lifestyle, bro. You living it, this is what you deal with. Free to go.
Hey, I can't front. I'm sorry. I have to repeat that part. I love that. And you know why I love that? Let me go ahead and let me do this. Let's just listen, because they messing with the live, so it's not coming through clear. I would rather it be on radio mode and you can just hear it, right? I want you to listen to what this officer says to this young blood, right? Because it's something that somebody as an OG and or elder, a family member, but let's just go to dad. But we know that's not always the case. And we recognize that there are many circumstances as to why that's not the case. Now, me personally, I'm very, very thankful that that man, right? I'm very thankful for that guy. Very thankful. But I recognize that that's not the case for all of us. So let's see what he says to him.
No, he ain't gonna do.
Listen very closely.
Crazy.
This what happens, man, when you fucking trafficking drugs, man. The police take your phone, take your guns, take your guns and do all that, man. It's just.
Hey, point blank, period. That is what happens basically when you step out into the field. Listen, it's just like a player coming back and they say, oh man, they kept hitting me every time you hiked the ball. And then the quarterback and the coach and everybody else comes over and says, hey, bro, you're on the field. That's what happens. You just might make it to the end zone, as in you might not get caught, aka you just might get tackled. You just might get sacked. You just might have a career-ending injury, as in you might get life. Look, it is what it is. You want to play that sport. Don't complain about what happens when it happens. Just know that it comes with it. Period. See, this is the thing that we know first and foremost, jumping off the porch, is don't complain or bitch and moan about shit. Don't start complaining. Don't start crying and whining. You decided to get from under mommy's cover. You better know what it is, because once you step out here, yeah, it's lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my.
Little nigga, but I'm big hearted. DC, where it all started. Long nights being outside. Got big love for that south side. A lot of dirt get done here. If you don't like us, don't come here. Riding around trying to get money. You don't want it, you a big dummy. Steady scream for the real niggas. Ain't never told, ain't never been. DC just living life, not too far from the president. Couple homies did jail time. They let them off for no evidence. Legal weed in my residence. Hot niggas irrelevant.
From Northeast, Edgewood, 600 block, catch me up top. Posted up by the bus stop, we don't trust cops, we just bust glocks. I be all in the danger zone like CHV, that's in Uptown. DC stand for don't come, you better go. Chuck Brown, free Lolo with Dust Bowl. Rest in peace of Pork and Bando. She get lit just like a candle, Jumbo got it top just like Rambo. DC versus everybody think shit sweet, then make a move. Come around with that bullshit, you gon' leave quick like Larry.
You don't step out into the field and expect to come home in a clean jersey. As a matter of fact, if you come home with a clean jersey, then we know that you ain't never did nothing in the field. It's just what it is. The fact is, you got to take your hits and your licks. The fact is, you got to get your bumps and bruises. This is just how that goes. Now, that's considering that you want to step out there. You want to be out there with them gorillas, them lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Okay, now. If you do, know what comes with the shit. Don't start bitching, moaning, and complaining when that time hit. You know the one thing I never did? Not once. You can ask about me. I promise you. From a relative, the mother of my child, anybody I ever been incarcerated with, if you can find them. I shit you not. Not near once have they ever heard me say, why am I here? I knew why I was there. I knew what I was doing. I didn't bitch, moan, complain, and cry about it. Once I was in there. That's why I got the respect I got, because people just instinctively saw he take his hits and his licks. It is what it is. Like, he know why he here. I wasn't one of those in there saying I didn't do it. No, the only thing I did in my cell was I offered salat, and I made sure that I keep on praying for it to be forgiven for what it is I knew I did, and keep on trying to make excuses. Well, let's keep on rocking out. With that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 2:31 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. And I thank everybody so much for tuning in. Let's get it.
You living it? This is what you deal with. Free to go.
Now, do you not know how many of us had to hear, when you live in this, that's what you deal with? But the ending words were not, you're free to go. You know how many of us have had to hear that in an interrogation room? And after that, they let you know you're not going nowhere. Shut up, young blood, and go. Stop talking to these people. Recognize your blessing. Recognize, for whatever reason, God picked you out of all of your friends to walk home that day. I think you need to take a nice long walk and reflect on what just took place. Let that shit marinate. Let it sit. Let it sink. Take that long walk with your dry ass hands in your pockets. No money, no phone, no nothing. And just think about what took place. See, I do believe it's a lot more messages significantly when it comes to the spiritual realm right now than it is even physical. Because if you look at this as only physical, then you won't see the true message. When he said, how am I supposed to get home? I'm pretty sure he probably like a little ways from where he got to stay. Could be some time away on foot. Good. Be free. That's right. Be free. Shit. Man. Ain't messing with me. Let me see something here. I don't know if y'all can. I'm only paused. I need to go on to my own shit now and look and make sure. All right. So let me just check something. Give me 1 second, y'all. Because I don't know if y'all can hear me good. And I'm going to check myself. I'm not going to ask nobody to type that. Let me see something right here. Let me see something. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. So we have so many of these dynamics that take place, right? We have to remember, if you're going to be out here, if you're going to be doing whatever it is that you're going to be doing, make sure that you know exactly what it is the time that you're going to do carries. Period. You know, like, for example, you know what I've always said? You know why I don't have a whole bunch of kids everywhere? Because I know how expensive they are. You know why I don't have a whole bunch of bills over my head? Because I know how much that will be a detriment to what it is and the lifestyle I want to live. And then I can't buy stuff because I owe stuff. So I make sure that I don't owe shit so I can buy shit. You see? Like, listen, right? I'm making it clear that you really should look into, like, whatever it is you want to get into in life, you should really look into what it is that entails. You should look into, like, what what exactly should I expect, good and bad, to take place, and what it is that's going to happen in the 9 times out of 10? Positive wise, 9 times out of 10. Negative wise, don't keep thinking you can go through life and just, it's what it is that you think you're going to just pop up in your brain. It's not the reality. It's just not. Now, what we're going to do is this. I'm going to allow you all to go ahead and either scurry along, or you can stick around. I have a lot more to talk about. I got another topic to go through, but I got to take my moments where I just kind of go ahead and kick it and cool it to myself. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take about 1 minute and 30 seconds, and I'll be right back with you. Respect to the family. Let's get it. All right, now, respect to the family. Let's go ahead and get back to it. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's see what we got on the rest of this video. Then I have something else I want to pull up. We're going to kick it and cool it just for a little bit. Respect to you all.
You're not going back that way, though.
Yeah,
So, I'm just looking for a way to get out. You know, you're still in the car, man. Don just had the driver out over here, and I'm standing on the driver's side, and he just grabbing the fucking center console, just looking around like nervous. So I said, all right, come on, let's get out. And then, you know, I said, he hopped out. I said, go ahead, face that way.
And that's all for it. You know, this is why I'm thankful I actually hung out with OGs. Like, I remember being like their age, and like, I was talking about this last night, how I would hang out with people that was like older than me, right? Much older than me, and how much they taught me. I remember being in the car with like older cousins, older like uncles, and like just like niggas around the way. I'm that young blood, right? I'm the young one. And we get pulled over. Man, my little neck turn off rip. Nigga, turn around. Face forward. That's right. Don't you look back at them peoples, bro. Now, whole T, we in the car with tents. I mean, just something as simple as don't you even turn around and look at them peoples. Hey, them folks behind us. I ain't bad. Nah, don't worry about nothing, nigga. Don't worry about nothing, little nigga. Just look forward. Just look forward. Don't do nothing. Stop moving as they coming up to the car. Man, let you get to fiddling and fidgeting. Man, I swear on life. OG will tell you off rip, sit still. Stop moving. It don't matter if we caught or not. Whole T, this nigga probably saying like, bruh, look, he probably know I'm going down, your ass going down because you went here, but I ain't about to tell you that shit. You want to know why? Because he ain't want me to panic. He didn't want me to start flipping out and like, you know what I'm saying? Like going off. Because he didn't know what the police might do. You see? So you know what the OG did? He kept himself calm to keep me calm. Whole T, he knew both of us was about to go in. He knew the car was dirty. He knew everything was about to hit. Right? In real life, in real time, I know what these moments and circumstances consist of. I remember sitting there and I'm watching that milk crate. You know that milk crate with all them chains? I remember watching that being kicked and slide down the aisle, right? And he yelling at me from like a cell or two away, like, hey, young blood, you good? Just call grandma. Just call your mother. Just call your dad, whoever. You all right? And you know, the whole time he knew I'm going through the system, but I know you ain't never been through this shit. Even while we were back there, he never had me panic. He never had me scared about shit. He just kept telling me I was going to be all right because he knew what it was. And he got me hip to what it was going to be, right? And you know, the only thing he kept saying to me, just pick me up when I get out. I shit you not. I shit you not. I was right there. Sat out front side that bad boy for about a good 45 minutes. Saw him walk out with his paperwork. Get on in his car. And we went and got something to eat and went smooth back, right, you know, right around the way. I remember these times in life. And you see, I'm speaking about this to say there's such a difference in, you know, how we move now. So all of the like, I don't need to hear this. All of y'all older are just burnt up and washed out. Not really. I mean, you know, there are some factors where, you know, the older cats, the older sisters, they do not make a good example of things. But I think we need to really remember how this used to really go. Right? We get a whole bunch of internet talk, whole bunch of internet shit. And I mean, look, I promise you, I love it because I love the fact that what it is that I'm saying right now will forever be a hidden secret for the most part. You want to know why? Because most people today will not attract to what I'm saying. And it's only for one reason, because they just don't know what truly I'm saying consists of. I'm not talking about the OGs. I'm not talking about the ones that's already hip. I'm talking about the ones that think they hip. And that's how you get circumstances like this. He gets to complaining. Let's listen to what he says. Let's listen to this.
He was like, what? I'm like, don't even think about running. And then he got a little squirrely. He tried to get back in the car and reach for that bag. So we pulled him out, whatever, and cuffed everybody up. But he was looking for a way out from the jump.
24 inches. I'm surprised they stopped.
I'm surprised they stopped too.
Was everything just out in the open?
So the scale was right out in the open. The car fucking reeked of weed. I saw it when I came back over here on this side. I saw the bag.
All for real. Whenever you making real moves, let me help y'all out. Let me help y'all how we do shit, right? If you really making a move for real, you not riding no more than 3 deep. And you damn sure not gonna be in no fishbowl. That's just how that go. Not gonna be in no fishbowl riding 8 deep. I remember so much, and I'm gonna reiterate, bruh, we had a big deal problem with too many niggas in the car. We not riding deep like that. I don't know why y'all think that shit is cool. It just makes you more hot. Once they open that door and they see that there's more niggas than Mexicans, oh yeah, everybody's getting searched and somebody's going to jail for some reason, even if it's not legit. The fact is this: we need to know how to move better. We need to know how to move accordingly. You smell me now? And with that being said,
I digress. My mic is muted.
Yeah, this dude. They all was tripping. The dude in the back seat was tripping. They was all tripping. The only one that
when you hear them come up to the car and say you're acting nervous, sometimes they might try to use that as a tactic. They might try to use it as a tactic. But you got to recognize something. Nah, real talk. They real deal be on. They recognize what's happening. Now let's go ahead. Let's fast forward. Okay, now we're going to fast forward. We're going to get to where now it's nighttime. Because see, that's how long these procedures take. Okay, so just like how I said to Youngblood, I want you to look at how it's nighttime now. Where his homies is, he's not there. He's home. Okay, now let's look at this. Hold on. With that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 2:47 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. And I thank you all so much for tuning in. Respect to the family.
If you want to talk, you can go ahead.
So I got a question. Like, that's not my vehicle. So how am I getting charged with possession of the two guns and stuff like that? Like he told.
That's not my vehicle. So how am I being charged? You were the driver. Whoever didn't teach you this along your ways and what we would call the hard not life, right? AKA Hood Street Academy. Whoever didn't get you hip to, you don't have to be the one who stole the car. If you're in the stolen car while on the chase, everybody's going to jail. Whose charges will be what along the way, that's going to vary. But initially, anybody who was in the vehicle who gets caught is going to jail. Point blank, period. And that is the thing that we need to recognize, that we keep on forgetting. There is a certain dynamic that rocks out with this, but I get it. I get it. We always want to try to bring that.
Black Air Force energy.
I get it. I get it. And when you in front of the police, especially, you know, when it's like predominantly white police, we notice they had one brother there. Don't matter. You still want to go ahead and pump your fist and you want to let them know that.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
Yeah, but at the end of it all, none of this is going to mean anything if you do not know the law. You must know what it is, what state you live in, what county, what it is that you can do. Listen, I'm out here in PG. I even know that there is a difference once I cross the line and I'm in MoCo. I'm still in Maryland. I'm still in the DMV. I'm just in Montgomery County. But the thing is this, MoCo operates different than PG. Just that quick. I don't have to go anywhere truly far. Listen, watch this. Let's go from MoCo, slide through PG. I ain't bad. We're going to skip around DC because we ain't got to hit that to get there. And then we go straight out B-more. It's going to be different. B-more is different than PG. B-more is different. DC is different than VA. The fact is, I want you to pay attention that everywhere I just named is involved in what we call subsequently the DMV. Now, Baltimore is separate because DMV specifically is what is the metro line and what is our radio stations. But what I'm saying is everything is still Maryland. right? So we have DC, we have Maryland, we have VA, but you got to know how to move when you in the city. I will not go out the city and move the same way that I do in the county. And it's like an instinctive thing. It just clicks. The very moment that I realize that I'm on that Woodrow Wilson, it just clicks. I know I need to watch out for these police cars. VA don't play. That's just how that goes, right? So when we out here moving and grooving on the streets, we need to recognize that you need to know how to operate and conduct yourself when moving through the streets, right? Because when it comes down to the police, when you try to give them an excuse and you say, well, officer, I know I was driving, but I'm not the owner of the car. You should let me go. Do you know what they're going to say to you? They're going to say something around this tone.
Oh, hell no!
Basically, right? And then you just might have another officer while he's saying, hell no. You might have another officer right next to him just laughing, saying,
God have mercy upon us.
they're not going to have no mercy for you. Let's keep on rocking out. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 2:52 p.m. East Coast Standard Time, and I thank everybody so much for tuning in. Let's rock out.
Told you his mom.
You're within reaching distance of a fire. I don't.
Because I'm in reach of it.
What he has to say about is honestly irrelevant because his mom's not here.
Because his mom not there for sure. I understand that, but like all I'm saying is, why would y'all think I would have his mom gun? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know whose gun that is.
They don't care why or who thinks what. The gun was in the car. You're driving the car. Case closed.
Y'all didn't run the gun yet or nothing?
That's not how guns work. You don't run the serial number, it comes back to a person. That's not how it works. Okay.
God have mercy upon us.
And with that being said, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and this commercial break is brought to you by Be Careful Fishing with White Folks.
Skills around the corner. Walking on the fighting side of me.
That don't look like it.
It goes down. It don't go down.
Robert, it goes down.
No, it don't.
It do go down.
Oh!
Okay. And you also there's also felony narcotics within arm's reach
Felony
too as well.
narcotics?
Yes. So
that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah. I mean, dude, you're in possession. You were technically in possession of the entire vehicle.
I was driving.
Yeah.
So that's why I got charged with everything.
Yeah. And now listen, this is no. Listen, I will explain this to you. Okay. You've been cool with me. Unlike some of your friends are assholes.
I know they are.
But listen, this is probable cause to make.
All right. So even in this moment right here, young blood, stop talking to them so much. See, the thing is, we be so concerned about the actual physical motion of what is taking place. The physical motion of what is taking place is you're actually in handcuffs. He's actually, I know what this whole scene looked like. I know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? Like you at the precinct. They can ready to take you inside. You try and get your word in. The fact is that once you in them cuffs and you in the car, and they give that little signal and say we got one entering, that's it. If they don't show up with one entering, then they have to explain how one escaped. Okay? So you have to recognize how all of this takes place, right? Okay, cool beans. Now, we're looking at what is basically, it's like, he's trying to figure out, why are you not recognizing that I'm not the criminal? I'm just the friend that was doing whatever. And this is the point that I want to make to the young cats and young sisters out here. The fact is, if you're the one who just let somebody use your phone, you're going down. If you are somebody who just let somebody borrow your car and something happens, you're going down. Okay. Guilty by association is a very, very real thing. It is extremely real. When we talk about guilty by association, you can't sit up here and say, I am the one who was just driving. It's his mama's car. It's his mama's gun. The police will look at you and just basically do this.
God have mercy upon us.
And you want to know why they feel that way? I'm going to tell you exactly why they feel that way, because they continuously have little clips and videos of the young bloods doing this.
And I don't give a fuck, and that's what it is. Everybody getting shot. If you was working in there that day, you getting shot. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. So you can keep, like I said, keep playing with me. Keep playing with me. Keep playing with me.
So when we got that going on, you just gotta recognize how they going certain circumstances. All right. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 2:57 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. And I thank everybody so much for tuning in. Much respect to the family. Let's go ahead and get back to the video.
Make an arrest. This does not mean you're guilty.
Yes, sir. I understand.
It's just a
I'm
case.
just mad because I'm going in.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, obviously, it doesn't look good for you. I mean, I have plenty of probable cause to make the arrest, okay?
Yeah.
However, that does not mean you're guilty. You're going to have your day in court, and you get to explain yourself and see a judge with an attorney and everything,
Like,
okay?
and I seen the dude car that he is walk away. Like, y'all let him go?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How did he get...
Yeah, listen, no, stop, young blood, all the way down to, let's just say you want to keep any kind of street cred. Oh my goodness gracious.
Whose man is this? You put him on the TV. Bro, don't.
Don't say anything. Stop saying that. You see how I see this footage? I don't know what hood y'all in. I bet you your mans and them see this. So now here it is. You was down with the ride. You was down with everything. But when all of a sudden starts to hit the fan, now you trying to figure out why somebody went home and why you didn't. No, all of you were supposed to know from off rip. You know, soldiers go into battle knowing everybody not going to make it home. I just might have to be the one to bring your dog tags back to your family.
Is it possible this story is true? Yes, it is. You're right. It's fact.
So you can't sit up here now and start trying to be like, why somebody go home and you didn't take your lick like a man? Because when it was time to do what y'all needed to do, this was y'all energy.
And I don't give a fuck, and that's what it is. Everybody getting shot.
All right, so now that you all are separated in mission, don't start screaming now. Don't start squealing now. Hold your water, my G. You was there, right? You was ready, like when y'all was on y'all way, you had it, right? You had all that energy. All right, so now that you back at the precinct, don't fold now. Keep that energy, young blood.
Black Air Force energy.
And that's what we need to keep in mind when everybody keep coming around here, keep trying to talk some big wild geek and faking Seriously, a lot of folks don't realize how this really go. So now we got a lot of people out here who like to talk a bunch of stuff. And you know what's even more sad is that we will get people who will never have been through anything, nothing, ain't been through a damn thing in their life. And because there's so many people who see circumstances like this, they don't even realize that there is still a true code. There is still a true secret key of the streets that does exist. It's not rusted, and it can still open doors. And that's just a fact. And what am I speaking about? I'm talking about how you operate, how you move. You know why I don't talk about certain topics and things? It's because I'm not equipped to. Do you know why? There are certain career fields I've never stepped into. It's because I'm not equipped to. And I mean that in the sense of it's not my field. That's not my particular range of life. It doesn't mean I can't do it. It's just not my range of life. Let's get to the last bit of this video. With that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 3:02 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. And I thank everybody so much for tuning in. Let's keep on rocking out.
He has penny charges. Well, don't worry. Every single person there is going to have penny charges.
That's what I'm saying. Why do I have to go in specifically then? Like,
how old are you?
I'm 18. He 19 though.
There's your answer.
He 19.
I know, but you're in possession of the vehicle. Okay.
That's his car.
I know.
don't understand.
It doesn't matter if it is his car, young blood. Somebody should have taught you that if you driving that damn car, it's your car while you behind the wheel. Who missed that part in teaching you that? I'm just trying to figure this out.
Just hop on in, man. Like I said, everybody has a case.
And technically, right? Technically, what you just did was you just snitched. Alright, so if we really take it to the streets, right? If we really want to keep it G, let's just listen to that last piece one again for the win, right? Hold on, what? Who? What?
That's what I'm saying. Why do I have to go in specifically then? Like,
how old are you?
I'm 18. He 19 though.
There's your answer.
Okay, so you snitching and you telling his age. Okay, so that's a snitch.
He 19.
I know, but you're in possession of the vehicle. Okay.
That's his car.
Okay, and then you just told him that is his car. So what is your homie supposed to think when you get back around the way? This is why we need to be careful when we keep on trying to think we're going to be on some G shit, right? It's coming out. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. You need to be careful. You need to be real careful. He just snitched. I mean, he just told. So it's like, all right, you were the driver. So you were, before y'all went on the mission, for you to be behind the wheel, all that shit had to been planned out, right? So everything was planned out. And you gonna drive. You the shooter. I know where to go. You got the nigga Addy. You going back door him. Everybody's in cahoots. We all know how this thing goes, right? And now all of a sudden we come across a circumstance in which you now want to try to make it seem like it's somebody else's car. If you all would have pulled up on some chicks and it was like, ooh, I like your whip, would you have said, hey, nah, this my man mother car? Okay, let's just take one quick moment and sit on that thought.
Shit like that. Question. How many faking they streams, getting they plays from machines? I can see behind the smoke and mirrors, niggas ain't really big as they seem.
Like shit, though. Let's go ahead and get back to it. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 3:05 p.m. East Coast Standard Time, and I thank everybody so much for tuning in. Respect to the family. Let's go ahead and get back to it.
I know.
I don't understand that, bro.
Just hop on in, man. Like I said, like I said, everybody has a case. It does not mean neither of you two are
it's cool.
technically guilty. It's just probable cause to make the arrest, okay?
For sure.
I appreciate you being cool with me, man.
That right there is extremely big. Yeah, he did just snitch. He did. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, look, we're going to keep that street code, right? Y'all want to keep talking street code? Y'all want, we want to talk about what's real, what's gangster, what's not. Okay, cool beans. He just told on his man 3 times. But I will say this. He definitely, I give it to him. That's how you're supposed to do it. Like, because at the end of it all, when it goes to court, that officer having on camera saying, I appreciate you being cool with me the whole bit, that actually helps him. Him not giving him a big deal, a big hard time, that's actually going to help him. Right? It's swimming out. Real talk though. Right? So that's going to be much more of a benefit to him. Shout out to Roz Girl in the building. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to Roz, right? She be having some awesome debates and discussions whenever she does go live, that is, right? You know what I'm saying? She be like, she pops up on you and gives you that big burst real quick, and then she goes back into reality, which I absolutely appreciate. Salute to the sister. All right, now. So let's go ahead and get back to this last little bit of this video. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 3:07 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. And I thank everybody so much for watching. Let's go ahead and get back to it.
The 2 suspects were arrested for improper handling of firearms in a motor vehicle. Both individuals were transported to the county jail.
Man, now that is interesting. Huh? With all of these things taking place, the one thing that I always make sure that I keep in mind is this, right? What exactly is the mentality? What is the focus? Like, how do we see what is justice nowadays? Do we see it still as just his, right? Or do we see it as justice as far as, are we seen as equal? Are we seen as we actually have a right? Do we have a voice? Was this unjustified? Even and down to the stop? Because honestly, from what is being reported, the stop primarily had to do with, there were multiple young black brothers outside of a car. All right, so apparently one of them had a vehicle and a bunch of their friends were hanging out. And the police wound up saying, hey, we're seeing transactions and stuff. So when people get to saying, well, you know what, they're just harassing, they're just doing this and that, I can get with that. I absolutely can. I also know that once upon a time, we moved in a manner in which we knew certain places we didn't want to hang out too long. Certain places we didn't want to be too hot, too deep. And it's only because we knew how to evade, like we knew how to kind of move around them. Are there times we got caught up? Of course, it just comes with it. It's called cat and mouse. But when it really comes down to it, we have to remember, just as much as the police pay attention to how we move, we need to make sure that we pay attention to how the police move. Why? So you're not abused. So your rights are not obstructed, right? So you actually know what's taking place and how far you should go and can go, and what they can do and can't do. It's just the simple fact of you knowing how to guard your temple. You don't just guard your temple through what it is that you say and what's received. You don't just guard your temple through what it is that you eat. You don't just guard your temple through how it is that you're able to physically defend yourself. When your mind is intact and you know exactly what takes place around you at all times, because you are the encompass of your bubble, then you also know, learn this, learn that, make sure that when in Rome, do as Rome does. And that keeps you from going through a whole lot of headaches and problems. See, it's about maintaining one's peace. It's not about conforming. It's not about none of these things. It's about just simply knowing how to maintain your peace. You know how I maintain my peace? If I know I shouldn't do this here, and if I know this is going to bring a problem there, I won't do it here. I'm not bringing a problem there. You know what happens at the end of Smitty's day? I wake up and I say in your chat or in your comment section, I'm still smiling and life loves me. And that is why I love us. And with that being said, I digress.
I digress. My mic is muted.
Respect. Let's go ahead and rock on.
Yeah, for sure, Smitty. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, we got to just change up some shit, bro, sometime. You know what I'm saying? We got to come with different flavors and vibes. And the fact that you want to come hang with us, bro, you more than welcome, bro. Don't be a stranger, please. Like, because I've been hearing about you, seeing you on other panels and shit, holding it down. You feel me? I ain't never heard no bullshit about you. That's for sure.
Even walking funny cause your legs are shaking.